Hello everyone, my name is Mehek. I hope you all are doing fine and safe, and I hope you all are reading. This is the Halloween month, so I wanted to pick a read that kind of spooks me off and sets in that mood. But I'm also someone who can't read horror and supernatural. That is something that literally scares me, and I am so bad that if I end up watching a horror movie, I actually have to call my mom and ask her to sleep next to me. So horror is something that I don't usually do. But just to let the mood sink in, I picked up something that is close to supernatural and horror, which is occult. I love reading about occult and witches and witchcraft and covens and everything. So I picked up this gorgeous book called Serpent and Dove. It's by Shelby Merrin, and it's a three-part series. This is the first one. The second one is the gorgeous cover that you see behind me, Blood and Honey, and the third one is yet to be out. It's also her debut novel, by the way, and I think she's done a fabulous job as a writer. Appreciating the book cover, it's beautiful black hardcover with golden embossing. Yeah, now talking about the book, as I said, the book is based on occult. It's on witches and their battle with witch hunters. So it's about witches and witch hunters. Now, whatever is happening currently in the book, is because of a legend that dates back many, many years, almost 100 years back, wherein, a witch falls in love with the knight from the neighboring kingdom. On realizing that his lover is a witch, she has magic. He invades her land and kills her people, thinking that might give him access to her magic, not realizing that witches get their magic from nature, and it is something that they derive from within themselves. So yeah, so he basically does that, and since then, the witches and the people from the kingdom and the people of the churches have always been involved, and they're basically every day hunting down witches and burning them alive, whether it's a girl or a lady or anyone, they're just burning them alive. Whereas witches, they are on hide, and they keep planning attacks on the kingdom and even on the innocent people, just to avenge the death of so many innocent sisters and witches who have died. So yeah, that is what has happened in the past. Now, coming to the present, we have our heroine, who is Louise. She's a witch. She's someone who, it's been 2 years, she left her homeland and her coven and her other identity as a witch, and she's currently hiding in the kingdom. Now, the reason she fled is because her own mom, who is a very powerful witch, wants to kill Louis. Now, why her mother wants to kill Louis is something that I'm going to, not give away to you. That is something, it's a very interesting plot that you should be reading. So, yeah, so basically, Louis has escaped her mom and is on run so that her mom doesn't kill her. She has her own hidden agendas. So, yeah, so Louis is going around as a thief in the kingdom. She is known for being a smooth and a smart thief. She's basically stealing on an everyday basis to survive. She's also someone who is extremely stubborn and vulgar and swears at every chance, and but she's also someone who is compassionate and brave and kind spirit and free spirited girl, who knows how to have fun. Now enters our handsome and extremely charming witch hunter, who is Reid. Reid is someone who has sworn his entire life to church, and he has only one mission in life, to kill every walking witch around. Also, because he's grown up, listening evil things about them, he feels that there are demons, and they're going to go to hell, and they're capable of doing only evil stuff. That is something that he's grown up like. That has literally been fed to him since birth. So yeah, basically Reid and Louis are enemies to each other, but a twisted turn of events kind of brings them together, and they both end up marrying each other. Now, the catch is that Reid doesn't know that Louis is a witch, so that is something he doesn't know. So their marriage, they come together, and from day one, Reid absolutely hates this union because Louis is exactly a woman that Reid doesn't want in his life. She's stubborn, she's someone who cannot be tamed, and she loves wearing pants, and she swears at every chance. So he hates that about her. Whereas Louis thinks that marrying a witch hunter would keep her safe from her mother and her coven, who are after her life, because it's always safe being in the church towers among the witch hunters, where the witches might not attack her. So she feels it's a win-win situation. Yeah, ultimately then starts, a marriage of convenience, enemies turning into lovers, Reid and Louis, falling in love with each other. And, it starts with a cute banter wherein Reid tries to tame her and everything, and Louis, makes fun of everything, but eventually, and they have amazing chemistry from day one, and passionate romance starts blooming between them. But just when things are starting to look bright, and Louis has fallen in love with Reid, and she feels, that although she's a witch and he's a witch hunter, and their story need not be the same. I mean, they can have their happily ever after, but obviously that her dreams come down shattering, because one day the witches attack the church tower. In fact, witches as in Louis' mother, she finally finds her, and they attack the church tower to take away Louis. That's when Reid comes to know about her identity, that she's a witch. He is obviously betrayed and heartbroken, and he's he can't stand the sight of her, and that's when Louis's mom just takes her away. Now once she's taken away, Reid realizes that in what a grave danger Louis is, and that she's going to die very soon. That's when he realizes how much he loves her, and the world without her is a dark place, and he doesn't want to know a world where Louis doesn't exist. So he realizing that part, that he actually loves his wife in spite of everything, in spite of he doesn't care, she's a witch, and she's done nasty stuff and everything, and her mother is one of the powerful witches. He doesn't care about that. All he cares is that he wants his wife back. So he goes on a journey, basically a journey a husband takes to claim his wife back. But on this journey, he realizes that his whole life has been a lie. All that he believed in has been a big lie, and he also realizes that what he believes about himself might not be true. He is not exactly who he thinks he is. So there lies a major spoiler that I'm going to hold on to. So yeah, towards the end, there's a big war that takes place between the witches and the witch hunters. And yeah, so that is what the story is all about mainly. It's about sisterhood, friendship, enemies turning into lovers, great romance, and magical systems, witchcraft and witches. And it also gives this amazing message that there is no powerful magic in world other than love. Love is the strongest magic, that basically binds everything, and takes care of everything. So yeah, that is basically what the book is all about. Talk Like usually in all the videos you've seen, I read out one of my favorite paragraph. So in this one, I would like to read just 3-4 lines, wherein at the end of the day, Louis and Reid find each other, and he accepts his love. He says to Louis that I love you. I have never seen anyone, savior, anything the way you do everything. You make me feel alive. Just being in your presence, it's addictive. You are addictive. It doesn't matter you're a witch. The way you see the world, I want to see it that way too. I want to be with you always. I never want to be parted away from you. So I think that was very sweet. And yeah, so it's an amazing love story, and great plot, great characters. I mean, at the end of the day, every character becomes your favorite, and you're vested in each of their story. So yeah, all in all, it's a wonderful read. Do give it a try. I'm going to post this. I'm going to read the second part, which is the Blood and Honey. I hope I'm going to enjoy that. This is actually quite a big read. It's like, I think, 500 pages, but it was so interesting, and the plot kept getting interesting that I never felt like closing it. So yes, I hope you enjoy it as well. I picked this up, both the books from Books and Beyond. Do give it a try. Let me know what you think about it if you've already read it. Take care of yourself. Happy weekend, and see you next week with a new book. Thank you. Bye-bye.